Genshin Impact's newest region, Fontaine, has finally released. This region is heavily influenced by European culture, especially French culture, and that can be shown in the new food recipes. Today I'll be recreating fish and chips, which I've always associated with English culture, but I chose this recipe as the first Fontaine recipe because it's easy to obtain in-game and a delicious recipe in real life that I enjoy eating often. Before I begin, a reminder that the written recipe will be in the description below, and to consider subscribing and liking the video to see more Genshin recipes in the future. But without further ado, let's begin. To begin, let's start off with the chips, otherwise known as fries. Begin with russet potatoes, peel the skin, and then cut the potatoes into pretty thick French fry shapes. I'm trying to imitate the shape and size we see in the game, but I don't like wasting ingredients, so these side pieces that look more like wedges are also going into the mix as well. Once all the potatoes have been cut, place them into a pot and cover with water. Bring the pot to a boil and let the potatoes boil for 2 to 3 minutes. This will partially cook the potatoes so that they don't have to be in the oil as long to cook. Drain the potatoes on paper towels and cover and set aside until it's time to deep fry. Moving on to the batter for the fish, combine all-purpose flour, salt. I'm using seasoned salt here, but regular salt works too. Black pepper, garlic powder, onion powder, a beaten egg, and finally a cold beer. If you don't want to use or you don't have access to beer, a club soda or carbonated water would work too. Whisk to combine until you have a smooth and cohesive batter. Set this aside until ready for deep frying. Preheat a pot of oil to 350 degrees Fahrenheit or 176 degrees Celsius. Deep fry the partially cooked potatoes in batches for 3 to 4 minutes each batch. When you take them out, they will not be the golden brown you expect fries to normally look like, but don't worry. Once all the batches are done, set aside. Dip the fish, I'm using cod fillets here, into the beer batter. You can optionally coat the fish in flour or starch prior to dipping if you want more of the batter to stick. Deep fry the fish for a total of about 4 to 5 minutes. After all the fish have been fried, let the excess oil drain and it should have a nice golden color. Now back to the potatoes. Deep fry for the final time for 2 minutes until all the fries are nice and golden brown. Salt the fries while they are still hot. The final step of this recipe is the sauce. The in-game description says that these fish and chips are delicious with any sauce, but it's quite apparent that it is a tartar sauce in the image. To make your own, start by dicing up a couple of dill pickles and rough chopping parsley. In a bowl, combine the pickles, parsley, mayonnaise, salt. Once again, I'm using seasoned salt, but regular salt works as well. Black pepper and lemon juice. Stir to combine and that completes the sauce. To plate the dish, start with 4 pieces of the beer batter cod, a handful of the chips. I realize I've been calling them fries this whole video, apologies, and a big helping of the tartar sauce. And that completes the fish and chips from Genshin Impact. Not the healthiest dish, but it is delicious, comforting, and filling. Great way to start the series of Fontaine recipes. If you enjoyed, please let me know what other recipes you'd like to see me recreate. They don't even have to be from Fontaine. And please subscribe for more. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.